Sagittarius, come on in. Hi, Sages. If you want to come on in, scooch up your chair for a scry with Steph today. I'm Steph. We are going to drop some ink in your name and essence, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll also add on some tarot and oracle. And where Mr. Ghosty here is, we have GhostTube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Your time, attention, and awareness, I'm truly grateful for, and I appreciate, as your presence and perspective is powerful. So when you're ready, let's go. Let's dive in and prepare. If you're new here, you're welcome to fast forward through this, but it is what it is. Feel well to comment below what you see, sense, or feel as your reflections do deepen the reading and carry it well on I don't even know what I was going to say. I was going to say belong and before, but well beyond the timing of this reading. It's truly timeless in nature. Sages as well. You know, all the links are below if you'd like to help a gal grow or you're interested in GhostTube or anything like that. All there. All right, just about ready. No, I'm going back.
I can't leave.
Oh, that's empty. Thank you. Oh, no, it's why, because I'm in the whole wrong. Just gotta follow it sometimes. Sages. Creating a portal to perceive in, to perceive and receive. I always feel like there's lots of things I'm supposed to say here, but you can enjoy the quiet.
What?
Les Ghost Box talking to you. What? 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 How is your, well, it's fall here, turning fall. How's your fall season going? Preparing for the sage season coming up soon. I am a cusper of a Sagittarius with Capricorn, so you like family. You like family. And I appreciate that. All right, Sages, just about ready to rock. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Sages, I'm grateful for your patience. And if you've already dropped off, that's okay too. Or if you fast forwarded through. But when you're ready, if you'd like to take a nice deep breath, close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of the Sagittarian
What
Collective,
happened to me?
thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning. All right, Sages, I'll bring it up. If you would like to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, it is for personal use only, but feel well to do so. Ooh. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel royal. I feel royal. There's a royal thing going on here. The black swan in there with like the pink beak, and it's got, this is all very royal. There's like a Bride of Frankenstein here. There's also a cobra snake. Where am I going? Where am I going? Am I heading to the... Have you been to the hospital? Do some of you do healing? Do you know what's funny, sages? I wanted to say, and maybe you do work in a hospital. I'm so grateful for that. But there might be others that help, or you're somebody that helps the helpers. Does that make sense? You help the helpers sustain their energy to help the many. So it's like, or wherever you might land in this, it doesn't have to be in a healing per se or in a typical topical, but It's something about helping, say, the few, right? So apparently I've put 5 here. Nurses, doctors, healers, psychics, mechanics. I don't know, pick them. Pick the name of who's helping humanity. So many ways this is being done. It's either you're helping these few who in turn help many. Like they have many, many, many. That's a horrible little thing, but you know what I'm saying. And this feels like a position where I'm in charge of something. So maybe you could be a manager or in a leadership role within your own life. Being able to delegate is coming through, and knowing that delegation is not demeaning to somebody else. If that's a thing. Maybe it's a sensation that one might consider in maybe corporate world or anywhere else, but I'm getting the sensation this is not in how the divine intention works through. I'm butchering, sorry. Delegating. It's like you're delegating divinely, and this is quite, I need to write that down. Okay, thank you. So I also want to note, and maybe you do this in, again, many different roles and positions. Mechanics, you could work in McDonald's, you could be a janitor, you could clean houses, you could be farm worker, you could be a CEO, you could be a lawyer, all these, you could be a fellow seer, sensitive, psychonaut, healer, whatever the case is. And then sages. You are a delegate of the divine. It kind of feels like, thank you, a little delicate to speak of, because I feel like there could be, not saying there is, maybe it's around you, I'm just floating around the aura of this, ego, easily inflatable egos. I'm not sure that actually matters here. Black swan. It's like as the example, there are people that are ballerinas or dancers, but is the black swan like a ballet that's very specific? So maybe there's something about that role or the skill set needed to do that, like the discipline and the delicate, yet very demanding demeanors or composures. I don't know what this is, but it feels like you are the delegate for this. And when you also delegate out from yourself, it feels like sharing of that, I don't know how else to say it, divine way, like just divine energy. Because I keep seeing your archer arrow. It's a point that flies through the air, hits its target, and it can root in or shatter something. And when I say shatter something, it feels really good, like a balloon or a piñata, and out of all this like beautiful candy comes flying out. That's what you feel like, sages. Like
Picture.
whatever you focus on, bullseye. And here's the thing, if there's any sort of hesitancy to, I don't know, archer away, you know that you are gaining skill set stuff towards being the black swan in caliber of your connections to, as I'm seeing this bullseye as an example, no matter which layer of that auric space, thank you, I'll go in there. It is all very, very purposeful, because it's like getting ahead of things on the outside, or like putting them in, like, what is that thing like Batman used to use, or at least the old school Batman, you know, fling it up to the ceiling or the building to scale tall buildings. And then you can also draw something in. This all feels very skilled. Feel very, very skilled. There's also magic happening over here. A good old-fashioned magic. And I'm seeing a person almost like having my hands in this mixture of this magic, which I think I keep calling divine energy, but it's in the same realm, and you might even know what you've gotten your hands into or what you're working with. Maybe you also work with your hands. There's also something I'm seeing about some emotions, either when I was young or with your young. Something about that. I've handed my conceptual inner child to my higher self. This is from like the emotional body. It's not a babysitting thing. This is a helping hand for that, the inner child air essence. I guess it's like this weird delegating thing. The emotional body is handing the inner child off to the higher self realm of this bullseye that I keep seeing. It's very excited to go and be there and be received there. Because the benefits of the inner child invoke something in everywhere this inner child concept is. The emotional body is heading over to an area that is, okay, sorry, it's in my neck, so it's also connected to my throat. To panther. I also see what I think is a purple camel right in here. The higher self realm moves seemingly slower. I feel like you know, and I know that's probably not the case. But I think it's in its manifesting into the material world that I'm still playing with over here. This emotional body is going to come down and work with this earthly energy. Your meat suit. The mindset and the meat suit are coming together to work in this magical thing. And that's why this inner child, it's not going to disappear. It's actually working closer. That will inevitably feed and work through the magic coming out this side. It'll be on the other end of it. This is all very fun, actually. Like, this feels like manifesting fun. It's probably not as exciting as I want it to be exuded to you, how it feels, but that's how it feels. Because that helps, I'm sure. What else do we got going on here, sages, before we add on a few? Are we going to go with tarot or oracle cards? I don't know. Your higher self is feeding your shadow, or your crown chakra, we'll say as well, working with that panther energy. I feel like I'm in stealth mode. I'm seeing cowboy boots, very specifically cowboy boots. Yeah, so this crown or higher self, you know what? I'm going to say crown energy is overseeing. Again, it's not overbearing or delegating in any sort of measurement that I, as Steph, want to imply from a human construct. Totally get it. I'm not poo-pooing, but it's the closest I can get to understanding the dynamics of this, because there's so much exchange and it's so fluid. But it's like trying to find or create new words in the language, or freshen some up.
Up here.
Hello. Sages, I feel as though this message might be one or for a few. Thank you for holding space for that message to come through. I don't know if I get really upset at my inner child or my children, or I as a child, whatever your dynamics were growing up, foster parents, were very frustrated with me. Maybe you're frustrated with your children if they're at a stage, right? We've all, I don't know, we've been there. Seemingly difficult. I feel like I'm being yelled at a little bit. That cobra starts looking around when I start talking about that. It works with this camel like a slow slither to be like, do I need to? Do I need to? And then I calm something down. This bullseye keeps coming in as well. It's really quite incredible when I see this bullseye. Okay, we're going Mayan. Getting some Mayan cards. There's someone or an energy touching my chin. I don't know if it's a chin up or like if you were petting an animal, and I'm not saying you're an animal, but there's something soothing about it.
Dig.
There's squirrels chatting. Squirrels and chipmunks. There's lots of chatter. Oh, there's a woman here too. Who's
Emily.
she talking to? Is that Emily? She's down here. See me as your... I'll grab you. No, I should stick with the one because I have to read the book. But if any of the imagery is standing out, please follow your intuition and allow the message to come through before I yammer off from the book here. This woman here, what is she talking to? The cobra is behind her, very protective. And I kind of get that from this aura of all of this. Like, you know when somebody has... I don't know how to say this, what I'm seeing, but I'm going to do my best. Okay. You know when somebody might be standing in front of you and you can just imagine, say behind them is this... It's not their aura.
I want one.
It's not their aura. But imagine for a moment the aura becomes a being, or you see a being behind them, and in this case it's a big old cobra, maybe working with the feminine energy, male or female, the yada yada yadas, but this is working with feminine energy and a cobra that you would see behind them. This might be a spirit animal you're working with as well. Okay. Then I'm also seeing... Sorry, so anyways, sages, I feel like you have this presence. Now, in this case, I'm seeing it as a cobra, but maybe you're working with the panther or whatever other kind of
Blessed.
power animals. Okay, let's look up See Me. I think it's on the other side. Thank you if you have shared and subscribed. I don't know if I'm pronouncing See Me right either, so bear with me.
Necklace.
So, See Me. Surrender, release, death, transmutation, forgiveness, humility, and revelation. I'm going to continue reading on. I'll go to the page. Give you a little bit more information if you are working with Mayan energy or it resonates with you. Oh, it's Kimi? Kimi. Okay. Kimi is
Beside you.
Quiescence, the realm of surrender, the velvet soft enclave of release and forgiveness. In the teaching of this position, you allow everything to be all right
Guilt.
as it is. The surrender is the opposite of giving up or giving your power to another. It is yielding to that aspect of self that knows beyond the mind's limited ability to perceive, beyond how you think things should be. It is knowing that whatever you are experiencing, no matter how it may appear, is serving your spiritual evolution perfectly. Holding on to past patterns and grievances limits your possibilities. In surrender, you are freed to the moment, into the arms of death, release, and forgiveness. Surrender is freedom. Forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness is a cornerstone of the death and transformation process. Forgiveness opens the door to unconditional love. CIU. And it's talking about old patterns no longer working. And this might be when we are talking about the inner child or your child or whatnot, along with, there's a whole bunch here. Desire to be in control in the shadow aspect. Okay, so the way I'm feeling this from when we were talking about how we're going to resonate in with the ink blot
Graveyard
is this whole delegating divinely and releasing those kind of I get how I even went through it with you, the human attributes of which could be inflated egos, right? And I think that patterning, when I saw earlier with your archer, and can shatter something into a million pieces, but like beautiful fireworks in the sky, it's for you, whatever those things might be for you, to shatter these programmings. I gotta say, you've made significant progress, because I keep being drawn back to where all this, my hands are in the magic place. There's a heart in the middle as well. And this uber royal feeling is letting me know, at least that I can say, is reflectively, I know what I've been doing, and I know what I am doing.
Talk.
I may not be able to quite explain it to have it make sense, One Ring Circus. But I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I know who I'm delegating to in this both divine and density way, and what the value of that is when I delegate, and also being a delegate and being somebody who is of service, and whatever that service is for you and what you infuse it with.
Why are you here?
And perhaps in your One Ring Circus, you've been feeling, but to be honest with you, I've been seeing you alone in this, or at least the Sagittarian energy, wherever it may be in your chart, or if you're just here working with the fire element or whatever the case is, Sagittarius is our kickoff muse, not held or bound to one place or performance, right? Sages, I'm going to head over to your extended, to your other side scry if you would like to explore with me. And we have here mountain. There's all that gold. Flying, this whole deck is upside down. I can fly. The bellowing deep within is it's like you have this ability to perceive really, really high and really, really within, but I think you've gone within. There's also something about this home where this cobra goes in coils. You know how there's like some people whose moms growing up that if they said something, like it didn't matter if you were a 6'9" bodybuilding teenage boy, certain people had parents or guardians that when they spoke, listened. And that, 5-foot aunt or mom could own the room, and there is respect there that you do. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Again, it's like this very, very big sensation, and I feel as though I'm also seeing axes, like axe throwing, not big old axes, the smaller throwing axes, or what I don't even know what a smaller axe would be used for. Me anyway. And maybe I'm having to forgive my parents or forgive myself for the mistakes I've made. Not saying you've made mistakes in parenting or at your job, but you've got your hands in so much that it's working. I can't help but deny it's working. And it's like, who, me? Like me? It's work. Yes, you. And you have been chosen for something quite specifically, and I think only you know what that is. I think that might have felt like you were sleeping for a little while, and whatever you're waking, you might have even just been in a rest period, right? Rest. It's like before I went into the mountain for deep reflection, that is, say this little chunk is the mountain. I had to remember to get a really high view and then come down deep within. And then likewise, you might also be working with Virgo energy. When you come out of that mountain, you just start flying. This is all that magic. Like, it's right there. Do you believe in magic? This is what you got your hands in. And whatever maze you've cultivated, it's really a labyrinth of love. See me. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sages, I will see you on the other side if you were joining me. If not, it's okay. I'm so, so grateful for you. I will see you again soon. So much love. Bye. Let's cut the deck. Take us to the other side. Solitude, yeah, absolutely in solitude for a little while. In Golden Palace, into the unknown is our bridge to the other side.